Welcome back to another Minetest mod review. Today we are looking at the Biofuel mod. So have you ever, and I'm sure you have, come back to your base after, doing some landscaping or some mining or what have you, and you find yourself with a small predicament. So you've got all this metal to cook down, but all you have on you is a bunch of leaves and stems and saplings and flowers and water lilies and mushrooms and grass. And you're like, yeah, sure, I could throw some grass in here and it would cook my metal. And sure, it would work. But man, this really is boring. And it's not cool. And quite honestly, it's not very realistic. So what if there was a way to convert said items into a fuel? I introduced to you the I actually don't know what you would call this. The biofuel distillery. What is it actually called? Let's take a look here. It is called the refinery, biofuel refinery. And you create this with 6 tin ingots and 3 pieces of glass. And it looks just like so. It actually only looks like that once it has biofuel and some sort of biomass to refine, I guess, into biofuel. And you can see here in the upper left, we get a little info text telling us what the progress is. And it's just taking these items and turning them into vials of biofuel. And now, for the fun part, we can throw the biofuel in here and we can cook that instead of using our, grass or flowers or whatever. It's a great way to get rid of all this stuff without just throwing it out, which always feels so wasteful. But wait, there's more. So as you may have noticed from right here, we can turn a vial, well, technically we're turning 4 vials into a bottle. And a vial will burn for 10 seconds. A bottle will burn for 40 seconds. And if I have enough, which I don't, but I will shortly, I need a little more here. Thank you. We can make 4 bottles. And we can turn these 4 bottles. Scratch that, we need 9 bottles, I think. We'll just grab some more. Let's see. Yes, 9 bottles make a canister of biofuel. And the canister here burns for 370 seconds is what I am seeing. So you can throw this in here. And get a nice long burning. Now, is there any advantage in turning the vials into the bottles and the bottles into the canisters? Well, 1 vial burns for 10 seconds and 4 vials make a bottle, and that burns for 40 seconds. So no advantage there. However, if my math is right, which we know from previous videos, my math's not the best in videos. It's great outside of that. I promise my math is just fine. But 9 bottles at 40 seconds each would be 360 seconds, and a canister gives us 370 seconds. So yes, there is indeed a bonus, a benefit, a reason to turn your vials to bottles to cans, because you do actually gain some burn time out of it. And you might just be asking yourself, well, how many different things does this support? And yeah, let me just read off some of the things that this supports. So it supports all of items in group flora, leaves, flower, saplings, tree, wood, stick, plant, seed, edible, and food. So if there is anything in any one of those groups, I believe it takes 4 items and turns them into 1 vial. Yes, we just lost 3 and 1 of these. So yeah, you can really get some good stuff. But wait, it doesn't end there. It also works on cactus, cactus seedlings, bush stems, pine bush stems, acacia bush stems, apples, blueberries, flour, bread, mushrooms, red and brown, cotton, string, wheat, straw. And then if you're using farming redo, pretty much all of the farming foods from that. Also works on papyrus, dry shrubs, and the grass here, and the kelp as well, actually. I did not realize that. It also works with Cucina vegana. I don't know how that's pronounced, but the flax, sunflower, soy. Yeah, so basically any kind of, I guess, biodegradable item pretty much is supported. So, I mean, and in some cases, you're probably taking a hit if you convert your items, because I believe a tree trunk here, one of them will burn longer than 10 seconds. And I know for sure that 4 tree trunks together, because that's what you get for one vial, which will burn for 10 seconds. I know 4 trunks would burn longer than 10 seconds. So it's maybe not your best option all the time, but if you do have just a huge amount of these things and you're looking to get rid of them and you don't want to just throw it out, but you do want to get more inventory in return, turn it into biofuels, man. It's eco-friendly, saves the environment. We haven't even used up half of this, and I've been rambling on and on for ages. I'm kind of surprised at that, quite honestly. I would have thought we'd be a little closer to burning all of that up. But that's it, actually. The mod is just this one note and these items. Oh, actually, there is one thing to mention. You can also create the canister here with some other items. Depending on what mods you have, the wine, you can use some of the wines as your biofuels in this recipe. You can also use some stuff from farming redo, I believe. So yes, there is a lot of things that you can use to create a canister of biofuel, and then you can pretty much just cook things to your heart's content and feel good about it, because you're getting rid of all of this extra inventory that you didn't know what to do with, outside of turning the leaves to sticks. Wait, can you turn leaves to sticks? No, you can't even do that in default. That's a mod that does that. All right, well, forget I said that. You can turn your trees to sticks and increase the amount of inventory slots you're spending on your inventory. So that's actually a horrible idea. Don't do that. We'll wrap it up here, though. This is the biofuel mod for Minetest. Links in the video description, as always. And tune in next week for another video, and I'll see you then.